everyone, it's me Nikki here with the weekly home tips video. You all know by now that I do these weekly now, and if you're interested, please go to my Facebook and join, because every day I put a daily tip on there and then we kind of test those tips out in this video. And so I'll put the link to my Facebook below. So let's start out with bell peppers. I did not realize that there were female bell peppers and they were male bell peppers, and there is a difference. And so basically I want to take you on that journey of me learning about this and kind of show you the results. It's actually quite amazing. So let's jump right in. Okay, let's talk about the bell peppers. Supposedly, bell peppers are female and male. Male having 3 humps at the bottom and female having 4 humps. I never knew this, but it's a very interesting fact. One, the female is supposed to be sweeter, have more seeds in it, and more for raw eating. And the male is supposed to be more for cooking. And so I wanted to try it out to see if I tasted a difference, along with if it really had more seeds as far as the female and that kind of thing. I did see that the humps, some came with 3 humps and some came with 4, so that did work out. I did open up the bell peppers, and what I actually found when I opened them up, in this one right here is the male, and the male actually had more seeds. The female is right here and it doesn't have as many seeds. When I tasted them, actually there was no difference in the taste. The female did not taste sweeter to me. They had the exact same taste. So to me, this is not enough information to make me want to choose one over the other, or look for one over the other when I'm in the grocery store. But you know, it's a nice fact to know, and so I'm glad I tested it out anyway. Okay, the next home tip that is another foodie one, and it is about bacon. I did not, when I read this, I was like, oh wow, this might be helpful. But I read where they said that if you rinse your bacon in cold water before you cook it, it keeps it from shrinking so much. And so I wanted to test this theory out, because if so, then hey, I'll jump on that bandwagon. So here's my results. Okay, so supposedly I hear if you rinse your bacon over cold water before you cook it, it will stop the shrinkage by 50%. I was like, this is kind of interesting to see. So if this really works, I mean, it's a handy dandy tip. And so I took 2 slices of bacon from this pack and I rinsed it over cold water, and I put it on the pan up at the top here. So these 2 have been rinsed in cold water, and as you can see, they're a little longer now because they were kind of rinsing from the water. And the 3 bottom slices are not. And so I'm going to cook them and see if I really truly see a difference in the size, or the shrinkage, should I say, from baking them, having some that had been rinsed in the cold water and some that have not. And so I put my bacon in the oven. That's the easiest method for me. So I did so, and I really didn't notice a difference, guys. And this was another failure for me. So I can say that I will not, say this is a thumbs up. This is more thumbs down. I read some reviews online about this, and the same people who tried it said the same thing. They saw nothing different. Okay, my next home tip has to do with kind of your thermometers, your cooking thermometers. And so I saw this tip and I said, you know what, this is amazing. How you can take an office accessory, an office paper clip, and or paper clamp, and use it as a stand or as a holder for your thermometer on your pot. And so I wanted to test this theory out, because I thought this is a very inexpensive way to kind of handle that situation of being able to use your thermometer while you're cooking. So check out my results. Okay, will this tip work? Let's see. So they say taking an office binder clamp and using it on your pot can serve as a holder for your cooking thermometer. I said, oh, well, this is a very inexpensive way if it works. So what I did was I took my little clip here, I clipped it on the side of my pot of boiling water, and now I'm putting my thermometer in here to see if it actually will hold it up and if it'll work during the process. And I have to report that it's great. This is a great little tip, very inexpensive. I love this, and it's easy to store away in your kitchen. So I give this a huge thumbs up, and I'm glad I found a tip this week that actually is going to be beneficial to me. Okay, so my next home tip is about sharpening your scissors. I read where if you just simply take your scissors and cut them with sandpaper, it will immediately sharpen them. So I was like, well, if that is true, that is really simple, and all of my scissors would stay sharp. So I definitely wanted to try this out. So here are my findings from this kind of trial. Okay, supposedly you're supposed to be able to use sandpaper to sharpen your scissors. I thought this was an excellent idea if the tip really works, because it's a quick and easy way to get those shears sharpened. And so I have a piece of fabric here along with my scissors, and I'm going to test out and cut with these dull scissors so that you can see that my scissors really are not sharp at all. You know, it's a struggle to get this thing to cut, and it's really just not sharp. And so what I'm going to do is take a piece of sandpaper and cut slices through as the instructions say, and supposedly if it works I'm supposed to have sharp scissors again. And I just think that this is an economical, fast, easy way to do this if this works. And so I took my sandpaper and I just cut slices down of the strips of the sandpaper. And after doing that, I went back and then again tried to cut the same piece of fabric, and unfortunately I found the results being that there was no change. So I give a big thumbs down for this tip. So please also be sure to check out my video. I'll put the link below on my handbag organization and collab giveaway with Melanie from the channel Living Luxuriously for Less. Again, the link's in the description box below, and I hope you will enjoy.